Okay, so today I'm doing an experiment of milk art, and today my question is going to be, does the fat content inside milk react to the dish? How does it react to the dish soap? As like over here I have skim milk over here, which has 0.1 grams, 0.1 grams of fat inside. Then over here, then I have next this low fat milk, which is a bit like the skim milk, but this has a bit more fat. Over here it says that it has 1.2 grams of fat inside. Then we're moving on to the next one. Here is full cream milk, and over here it has 3.2 grams of fat inside. And the last one, which is the double cream milk, over here, this has 6 grams of fat. So all of these have the different amounts of fat, and as you might have seen that it's a bit like, my experiment is a bit like when you add grease to a tire to make it be able to rotate well. So it's like that. So I've already added the skim milk. So now I'm going to be pouring down the low fat milk. So this continue. That's enough. And for this one, so we'll start with the first two ones, as we don't want, if we start with all of them, all of them can fall down. And as you might see in these two, what's the difference? Over here, look, if you ever tried any of them and you've tried the difference, you might see that this one is a bit thinner than this one. That's why over here it has a lot of bubbles, whereas over here it's just flat. So now we're gonna add a few drops of food coloring right now to make it look like it's to make it show you how it actually reacts. So I have a stopwatch over here. So now I'm gonna after I tap the dish soap inside the milk with the food coloring on top, I'll start the timer and start timing how fast can it go from the middle point and touch all of the colors on the end and spread out and just stop. So once it stops, I will stop the timer, and according to that we will do it. So I'm just gonna start off with the drop of food coloring. Oh, as you see, look, I put 2 drops and it's been spreading so much. So this is because of the fat content in this milk. It's very, very low, so which allows it to just quickly spread out, and this occurs in this milk only, and it'll be a little bit more lighter over here because of the surface tension. So I'll add it here. That's it. So I'll just wipe it up. Wipe all the sides of this and my finger and all of this. And all of this is just falling down. So there's a big difference between this one and this one. But in these two, it'll be much more different, as at the end you will be able to see. So I put red food coloring into these. Now I'm going to add some yellow food coloring at the edges, so we can be able to estimate that whether it touches it or not. There, one here, and a drop there. So it's spreading out a bit more, and now I'll do the same over here. Oh, look, this is spreading out much more faster than this because of the fat content. So it's not that because of red food coloring it just goes faster. Oh, this is going really fast. This is going really, really fast. So I just have to clean it from the side so it doesn't overflow. From here. Done. And now there's a big difference between these two. But if you just keep them, if you keep the camera still, you'll be able to see. And then, when we try these two, there'll be even a bigger difference. So now, the next step that we have to do is take my small jar, take the dish soap that I've been using, that we need, and pour enough in here. That's about enough because we don't want to fill it too much because you barely need a lot of dish soap at the end. So now all we need to do is simply just mix it a bit up with the dish soap. We just need to turn on the timer. So we'll just start to get ready. I have my timer right here already. I just made a tiny dip, and this is how I'll start. So I'll just drop it in 3, 2, 1, start. Oh my gosh, this is going really, really slowly. Is it even moving? Nope. Oh, that was a big spread. Probably because I broke the surface tension right here. If I just keep it down there, it'll take a lot of time. And stop. So this has stopped down here. This has stopped right here. So I'll take this and put it on top of my tissue right here. So the time that I've calculated right now is 26 seconds. So that's a lot of time because over here, if you bring the camera close, it shows 26 seconds because of it, 26.58. So that's the time. If you have done the previous test with other type of milk, you might have seen that the results might have been different, like maybe not even close to 20, maybe 13, because this is really, really less fat. So now I will try the other side of this on this type of milk, which is the low fat. I just made a little dip on top. Oh, this is overflowing. Now what I need to do is just 3, 2, 1, go. It's not spreading that quick, but it is forming a lot of bubbles. It hasn't completely demolished that side of the food coloring too much, so that's why this is coming out because the dish soap has jammed in the middle. So that's done. So this one is used up. So now this time somehow I've gone 28 seconds. 28. That's probably because of the fat content. Maybe it's increasing, maybe it's decreasing. At the end, we'll get the real results. So now we're just going to get some tissue. To just soak up all that food coloring that came out. So the food coloring even spilled in the middle. And okay, so look at these two. If you can see the difference, you might be saying this food coloring just edged it up and just didn't stop any of these. But over here, it's actually spread out a bit more and started jamming into the other colors. So now we have these ones are done, and till now if you'll be able to see all of this red, there's practically red all around the thing, but over here there's only red over here. That's because we put the food coloring here. That tiny amount of this stuff that touched the bottom, just made a tiny push, pushed it off, and edged it over there. So now that we're done with this, we're gonna go on with the other milks, which is this full cream milk and double cream milk. So I'm just gonna start to, and now I'm gonna pour this in here. I have to be very careful with milk because it can fall down. That's it, because we don't want much milk to fall down. We'll get this ready, and we'll get tissue on the ready, just in case anything else falls down. Right here for keeping my stuff. And now that we're gonna do is we're gonna add some of this food color. We're gonna add some of this food color, and we're gonna add some of the red food color again, so you can understand. But before we do that, we must even put our double cream milk, which has 6 grams of fat. And these two have a big difference. So this is just plainly red. This might be, everything will be yellow, red, and it'll soon turn into orange. Fresh double cream milk. Oh. This milk. Ooh, this is really different from the first one, because in this one, there's one big difference, that is the density, which is how dense it is. Because this one is barely dense. This is like waterish, and all this is more like oil or more like dish soap, because this has more fat content and this has less. So now let's start to. So we're done with this one over here. So now we just need to get this ready, and now we're gonna pour. So first we'll start with red in the middle, as always. See, that tiny drop just made a tiny mess. And in the double cream milk, there. Oh wow, looks like there isn't actually a big difference between these two. There is not a big difference. We have seen that already. Now all we need to do is just pour a bit of this outside as to edge it out. So like right here, really little spreading, really little, and here too. Just really little spreading, and that's it for this one. Now we're just gonna clean it up a bit, because it's been doing a lot of trouble over here. Now we're gonna all we need to do is plainly add it right here. This has been spreading a lot, no doubt. Wow. I wonder how it spread immediately. Maybe there's a difference. Maybe just the right amount of food coloring might save it. So this food color is done. Now I'm just gonna go wipe my hands and come back. So I'm back here. Now we're gonna get started with this. All we need is this. Now all I'll do is just clear out this milk, because it's been a big mess. Just clean that a little bit. Clean that there, and there. What we're going to do is we're going to get the time of the third one, which is this one. We're going to just get it dipping. Just going to get a bit of that. And we're going to start to put it in 3, 2, 1, start. Wow, this is spreading on forever. I did not expect this. Wow, did you see that? All of the color is suddenly going down, breaking the surface tension and emerging from beneath. If I just let it go, wow, this is so great. Indeed. So we'll continue till it stops, which I don't think is going to happen for a long time. I'll just put this on the side until it actually is going to stop. Yep, that's done. It just stopped. Now I'll just move this up a bit so I just create a bit more space. And over here, what I need is just a bit more. I'm done. Now we'll use the other side, and now we're gonna take the other one. Now, as I've been seeing this, it has been an increasing pattern. From the first one to being 27 seconds, second one to being 29, the third one to being 37. What do you think this will be? Maybe 45, maybe 50. We have no clue right now. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, this is spreading slowly. I get it. This is spreading slower than I ever thought. It hasn't edged out any of this. Oh my gosh, hello. All of that color to breaking the surface tension, that just practically goes underneath, merges with this red color that has come right here. How long will this take? Oh, that, oh my gosh. But it still hasn't broken this. I just need to maybe edge it out there. See, as you see, it's created a big circle right here. Nothing can go outside that circle. Maybe the surface tension is only broken here. Let's see what happens if I just take a bit more of this. Just make a little touch there. Nothing. Maybe surface tension, maybe the fat, maybe what has happened. So I'll stop this right here, as this is just bubbling up a bit more and more, and we don't want that to happen. So we'll just leave it right here, and there's been a big increase in time from this one to being 27 seconds, and to this one being 29 seconds, this one 37 seconds, and this last one 1 minute and 11 seconds. So I think this one, this gap and this gap compared practically, because this was 0.1 grams of fat, but this one 6 grams. So there would be a big difference in the fat and in the time. So this will be the end of my experiment. And what we have found out right now is that how much fat there is inside the milk, how much density it is. If there's more density, it spreads slower, because now we've found out, now that we've checked, it has happened because of that surface tension. Over here, because there's so much fat, the molecules are just like tightly packed. And to break them, we need a lot of time and a lot of this soap. So we'll easily take time, and it'll take a lot of time again and again and again. Then they'll collide, and then they'll separate, and that was when it touched all of these yellow particles. But over here, totally different, totally opposite. Skim milk, which is close to 0%, molecules were tightly packed like this. They were tightly packed like this, but they were really less. So as soon as, let's say, the food color came, it just went and just quickly opened up. That's why when you saw, if I scrunched it in the bottom, Then it took a lot of time, but as soon as I pulled it up a bit, it just started to disappear. Over here, no matter what you do, it has to take time because everything depends on the density / the fat content in the milk. So there's a difference in colors and everything. As the milk, you still see some white over here. You see a little white over here and over here. Over here, there's still a lot of white. Over here, practically almost no white. And this one was because I didn't give it enough time to break that surface tension. If we had a robot holding that, or a machine holding it for the next 24 hours, then at the end of that, you'll see that this would have disappeared. That was because we needed to give it time, but right now we had to quickly do it, so we would end up with a good result. So all this milk it looks really nice to do it, and thank you for watching my milk cart experiment. And we have found out a lot about all of this stuff right now. So now that my hypothesis was that if, let's say, there's more fat, it'll take a really less time. But I thought that if it's a lot of fat, it'll take more time, and my hypothesis was correct. And the reason behind this is that over here, as I already explained, they're tightly packed, and we need to just quickly separate them. But over here, they take a lot of time to separate. And if at the beginning, I even showed you, this had 0 bubbles, this had a bit more, and when I put this had more. But over here, something different happened. These two, when I poured the milk down, somehow this seemed like oil pouring down because it was really dense and thick. This seemed like water pouring down. It pours down really quickly, like water, like that. And all of this stuff is, you can easily pour it down the drain, so it's safe. And you can even try this at your home, because all you need is milk, you need some of the dish soap, food coloring, and you need one of these cotton buds to dip it in. And you need a plate. That's it, and you'll be able to have your own milk cart experiment. Thank you.